Alright guys, welcome back to the shop. Slowly getting used to this camera, the lighting, and so on. Bought a wireless mic from DJI. I was shocked. They sell the mic and the receiver for some $70, $80, but for $25 you can get just the mic alone. It comes with a charger, everything, case, all kinds of junk. But it transmits directly to the camera. There's a menu in there for volume control, and you pair it there. Pretty cool little thing. All right, for this video, it's time for another model engine, so to speak, build, a Wig Wag. Since I did all the design work on the print, dimensions, all that, I'm calling it Dave's Wig Wag. I remember when I started this hobby some 10-ish years ago, 10-ish, there were free plans everywhere. Now I can't find a single one. Everybody's selling them. So I don't know what gives with that, but free plans, anybody who wants it, my email's at the end of every video. Just email me and I'll be happy to send you the print. See you next time. Not much to this, just machining up the frame. I've got the width done, 1.5 inches. I'll probably lap this to get it really nice. First, I like these lights, man. I think this was Dee's idea. I don't know, but you can move them wherever you want to see what you need. I like it. DRO's on. I need to go down 107 thousandths to hit the 3-inch height. And I was thinking about making this a little bit thinner with a face mill, but I'll show a little bit of this on. Turn this guy on, and I'm almost 1,000 RPM. Come down 10. There. Oh, 97 right there. I'm at 931, 938, and I want to go that way. So it makes a nice mess. Usually I have the vacuum cleaner in here, but okay. And it's gonna hit. There it goes. And I like the end mill because I get a much better kind of clear finish to it than using a face mill or anything else. It just, the face mill leaves little arc lines in the surface that I gotta lap out. Okay, now 87, there, and I want to go that way. Whoop, wrong way. I always do that. But yeah, I'll do a bit, just make the mess, and then come and vacuum it all up. What the heck. So that's all there is to this. I don't think there's anything else to say. I'm loving this power feed though. That does make a big finish. You can watch that turn. I can't turn it that fast by hand, and you need to go that fast to get this kind of finish. 77. There. You need to go that way. So 77 to go, and then clean up the mess. This is a carbide. I mean, it's got a gloss finish to it. It's like $80 off of Amazon, and I have used this thing a lot, let me tell you. Alright, almost done there. Yep. Alright, 77, 67. And I want to go this way. See the handle moving over there? It's moving pretty fast. And the nice thing is it's not jerking. You do it by hand and you jerk, so you don't get this kind of finish. Alright, I guess I'll keep doing this until I'm at dimension then. And off. There, off, 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 off. Too many buttons. Oh, what a mess. Yeah, everywhere. 67 to go, guys, for my Wig Wag. Not a whole lot to show. Making things up as I go. This is going to be the bushing, and it's going to go right through the frame, and that's going to be my spacing for the piston rod. So brass is always fun. Put the power feed on, or just slow it down a teeny bit. Taking off 5, which is 10 at a time. So it takes a while. I gotta go down. This is gonna be a press fit, so I gotta be just over a quarter inch or 250 thou. Where am I anyway? Probably not close, but measure it anyway. Okay, calipers, good old Fowler's on. I am at, this is crude, 414. Yeah. So I got a ways to go, yeah. And then drill it out. Yeah, this one's got to be reamed because I want the shaft to just slide through it. Oh, slow it down. Too fast. 414, so now that's 404. Do a couple more, and then do the rest off camera. Nothing magical about this, especially with brass. Well, brass loves to grab. It's not grabbing, I don't know why. Usually it grabs out towards the end of it. All of a sudden, it's working just fine. No lubrication, nothing here. And of course, my aluminum cutter. I thought I'd just show a little bit of this. This is no big deal. We got the flywheel sort of made, just a blank for it. And this will be the shaft for fly disc. They wanted a 1/2 inch. That's too small. So I went to, I think it's 650 thou. It's in the print, and the print will be available for everybody. And I'm thinking, why press fit it? You know, I can do, this is 832. Thread that, and I can thread this rod, and I can thread the flywheel. Just screw it all together. Threads are too deep, and I don't have the gap right, I can always Loctite the thing so it doesn't move. This is the piston, which is weird. Which end? This end is finished for the piston. Made the block taller because I want it to swing further so that the little air holes up there are further apart. This is the exhaust, which is threaded. I think this is 1032. Goes in this side. There's the intake, goes in that side. Drill the bottom. I've got the base in the mill right now, trying to get it to a nice 300 thou thick to match that one, because that looks good. I like that. So that's it so far. This was, I think, 832 screw, works perfectly. You know, spring, all that stuff. It'll keep it, it'll grow. So this is going to be good. This will be the end mill for doing that little pocket thing. And I forgot, it's on the print when I'm going to drill the 5 holes out too. This will be broken off and probably be as far out as I can get so that that thing really swings a long ways. Then being clear plastic, got dirt on it, grease, fingerprints, I'll be able to see where to drill the holes. No problem. Mark it here and mark it horizontally. Well, I already know where that hole is and I know where this is. So the horizontal, I'll know exactly where to drill those holes across. So just wanted to share what I'm doing so far. Well, a mid-build update of what I've got so far. And of course, there's always mistakes and things made. I realized I needed to thread this because I want to be able to take this thing apart if I have something wrong. So that's threaded and perfect. The length is right. Unfortunately, I decided to thread it late, and it just happens to fit, 1024, something like that. It's on the print. But I couldn't get this in the bushing here, so I thought the threads were bigger than the OD of the shaft. Sanded this down, and now, then it went through, but the problem was, there was a burr from threading on the shaft. So after sanding it down, this is now it doesn't stay put. So I gotta make another flywheel here. Not a big deal. Somehow I have the dimension of this bushing off. So I'm gonna have to shave it down, pull it, unpress it out, shave it down about 5 thou, maybe 10, update the print. Print will be, this is my own design here, and it looks like it's going to work. I put pressure on this and the piston did go down. So as you can see, pencil marks, changing things. Tried to figure out where these holes have to be. I was doing it to scale on paper, but then I figured, no, that's dumb. Do it on CAD to scale. That way I know exactly where to put these holes. 78 thou off center. And it lines right up, boy. It looks good. That's the nice thing about clear plastic. You can see where everything is. So I'll be updating the print if I get this thing running. Right now it looks like the piston scrapes the cam on the top. I don't know how I got that off. It was all done CAD to scale and back and forth and verifying numbers. So, like I said, I'm going to have to pull this bushing out and shave it down a little bit, or I can knock it out a little bit just to see if this thing runs. Looks pretty cool so far. I mean, everything moves nicely. So, yeah, it just binds here on this side for some reason. Right there and up here it binds. I don't know why. I can force it and it goes, but I'm pretty sure this thing needs to move freely, just like the other engine. I'm loving this thing too. I made my own little adapter because the hoses were too long, so I can put the hose on here and leave it short, and then just plug it in when I need air, and I've got it. So, and I've got a 0 to 30. I've also got a 0 to 60 coming for this thing. The paint matched. The nice thing about this Ashcroft is you can just pop the plastic lens out, stick it on a piece of paper or whatever, and paint the thing. You don't have to tape anything off, and then you just push it back in and it's done. So I'm loving that guy, and this thing too. I don't know if you can see little decorative grooves in there to make it look sexy, whatever. I do have these nickel plated, but I've got 10 of them for $5, less than $5 eBay. Amazon wanted too much, so this will be the tube for this thing, and it'll just be out to about there, maybe longer. So that's just an update. I need to go and cut off another piece of 1-inch brass to get it on here. I think I may have to make the base bigger. It does kind of screw on. But yeah, it's heavy on that side. No, it's not screwing on. Yeah, it is. Whatever. And then I'll have to Loctite it so I don't go too far with it. Oh, it's standing. It's sort of standing. Well, it's on carpeting, so. That's it so far, guys. I did put a little oil on the surface here. I do have some play because, well, that's the new flywheel. I haven't done any of the holes or fancy stuff on it, but let's take it up to 15 pounds. That's 15. And it works. Hot shit. I gotta really straighten out this flywheel. It's wobbling all over the place. Not bad. 15, 14, around 13 pounds. Slow it down. Let's see. That's 13, 12, 10. It runs on 10. Once I refine it and oil it and clean everything up, get it broken in, it should go even slower. But it's running on 10 and it's not wobbling. Turn it sideways so you guys can see this stupid flywheel wobbling all over. It's doing that number. I don't know why this red. I'd make another shaft? I doubt it. This thing wobbled in the lathe, so I don't know why this hole is this messed up. It was tapped in the lathe. But yeah, it's running. Hot stuff. Crazy design. And the spring works. I didn't even lap the surfaces, so it's sealing. Strange how it works. Yeah, the air is coming in this side, not that side. I could fine tune it to go even better, but this is fine. So I'll update the print as to what I did And yeah, it's easy to thread the shaft. A lot of people are probably going to wonder, how do you thread it? Like you said, where's the print here? Yeah, thread 420 thousandths. Easy. Stick it in the chuck, in the lathe, poking out 420 thou. Start threading it. When the die hits the jaws, you're at depth. But beware, there will be a burr on there, I learned. Well, this is cool to watch this thing run. It is small. That is neat. Pretty good gap. So yeah, I gotta update what I did. I took 20 thou off of the bushing in there. Ooh, it looks like it's gonna stall. Yeah, it's getting slower. Pick it up a little. 12. I could probably make this thing fly, boy. Neat, another engine. So I made the flame eater, the radial engine, the reciprocating engine, and now a wobbler. I call this Dave's mini Wig Wag. Pretty fun, plastic. And the neat thing is, it's all scrap. Every bit of this was a piece. Well, no, the flywheel wasn't scrap. I had to cut off a 1 inch by 12 inch long piece to get the 400 thou piece out of it, and wasted the other one. This one ran really true. So, well, actually, yeah, it did. This ran super true. So I don't get what's with this one wobbling like that. Got to figure out how to straighten it out, because I don't want to see that happening. I got to check my chuck spider. Maybe it's way off and didn't do it. All right, cool. Another successful engine. Wow, this is without a doubt the smallest flywheel I've ever made, and it runs true. The other this was the original flywheel, and I'm thinking, just plug it, press fit a piece in there and retap it and thread it, and I did. So let's see if this thing's gonna work. It should. So other than taking it back out, and I also I'm tired of press fitting, so this is threaded on and the flywheel's threaded on. That way I can take this thing apart if I want, and it just tightens right down.
Someone is at the doorbell.
I know. It's the gardener. Wants something. Okay, plug the air in. There. Right here. Bring the air line over here. Should be charged, I hope. There. It's on. Started at 15 psi. Up 10, 15. Come on, there you go. And it worked. I didn't want to take off. I was going to make this recessed area 100 thou. Wound up making it 60, because I didn't want to remove that much mass. Slow this thing down a bit. Oop, too slow, huh? Yeah. So cool. That looks a little fat, but I still have the other one. Rather than wasting it, I could thin it out and see if it still runs, because I could drill and plug that one and retap it too. Oh, this is pretty awesome. So I just want to sand it, buff it. That way I can take it off and I could screw it on some arbor, stick it in the lathe, and do whatever I want to it. This is pretty hot. Will it go down to 10? Whoa. No, that's too slow. Yeah. That's about 14, 13-ish psi. Take it way up. There's 20. Man, that thing is screaming. Wow. You know, it's still and it runs faster. Alright, well, back down to 15. Okay, kill it. There, done. Alright, so just minor cleanup and playing with it, and put it on the shelf. Undo the, throw that on the floor. Do the airline so you guys can see that side of it. With the pulley on it, flywheel. This is pretty crazy. This is nice. I like it.